Hi, this is Matt from the Southwest Backpacker channel. I was recently tagged by Huck Outdoors on YouTube. Please, if you get a chance, go check out his channel. He does hiking videos out in Southern California and other parts of the Southwest. I was tagged for the 10-question YouTube challenge, and so today I'm going to answer 10 questions that are on the challenge, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Well, I think what I like about YouTube the most is that you can reach out to a huge audience, and we're not talking just in your country but globally. And so I think what I really like about YouTube is the fact that I can share my videos not only with just locally people here but with everybody amongst the entire world, and I think that's a really cool idea. And I'm glad that we have the technology to be able to do it. When I first started putting videos out, I was actually doing DVDs, and I was sticking them in geocaches in hopes that people would pick the DVD out of the geocache and watch it and maybe comment on it on the geocache website. So that's kind of how I was getting my videos out before YouTube came around, and when YouTube came around, that's how I ended up started doing videos. I went from putting them on DVDs to actually putting short videos out for you guys that you guys could see with a huge audience, and apparently it's been paying off. So that's why I like YouTube. Well, I think the advice that I would give to a new YouTube content creator would be to stick it out. If you think you're gonna get 1,000 subscribers in 2 or 3 weeks, chances are, unless you put something incredibly stupid out or something that just happens to go viral, you're probably not going to get a bunch of subscribers overnight or within 2 weeks. You really got to tough it out and get your content put out there. What I would highly recommend is to go to other channels and visit their channels, subscribe to their channels, and interact with them. And they will do the same. And what you're doing is getting your name out there. And the more that you get your name out there, the more you comment on other people's channels, the more that they'll comment back, and that interaction will show up, and other people will recognize your channel and start going to it. I think it's good to have a good camera and also a good mic. If you can, you should get some kind of an external mic if you can, to deal with wind noise. That's always a big problem, and so having a mic that will block the wind with a windsock on there, or what they call a dead cat, will greatly keep your narration going without the terrible wind noise. So those are some of the things that I would recommend to a new content creator that's out there. There's a lot of things I would actually change about YouTube, but if I had only one to choose from, I would choose to bring you back in YouTube. Before Google bought out YouTube, we had the ability to customize our own channels and create our own background images within our channel, and even put links on there, which I thought was really cool. And today they have the I don't know, Cosmic Panda UI that Google used after Google bought over YouTube. And so everybody pretty much has the same page layout as the next person, and it's not quite as customizable as it used to be. And so if I could change anything, I would really like to have that brought back, because you could customize your page, you know. And I also think having the 5-star rating is something that they should bring back. Having the thumbs up or the thumbs down is okay, but having a 5-star rating like they used to I think is a much better way to rate a video, and it gives the content creator a better idea of how good or not so good their content is on a 5-star rating rather than a thumbs up or thumbs down. That's what I would change about YouTube. Well, I think one of the most funniest and most embarrassing moments was not too long ago, actually. I was getting really excited for an REI garage sale, or what they used to call a scratch and dent sale, here at our local REI. And so I called up my buddy and I told him, hey, do you want to go to the REI sale? And he said, yeah. So the next morning we got up real early in the morning and we headed over there and waited in line, and we happened to be the first people in line, which was pretty amazing. And I thought to myself, I wonder if it's just because it's the winter sale and, you know, here in the desert maybe it's not so popular. But we sat there and waited for a while, and waited for about 30 minutes, and still nobody showed up. And I started thinking to myself, this is really odd. And so I get on my phone and I look at the dates on the REI schedule of events, and it turns out that I've happened to be 1 month earlier than the original garage sale that was going to happen locally. So we ended up showing up 30 days early, and I had to explain that to my buddy 30 minutes after we were standing in line. It's pretty funny and pretty embarrassing. I got to really make sure to look at the date much more closely next time I invite somebody to get up early in the morning and do something like that. Well, if I could buy any camera, it would probably be one of those high-end Sony video cameras that I just can't afford, that would be in the thousands of dollars. What I'm currently using right now is a Canon Vixia HR 500, and I actually like it a lot. Before this I was using a Kodak Easy Point or Easy Share, something like that, and it was only at 720 HD and didn't have any image stability. So this camera that I'm using right now is the one that I take with me out in the wilderness when I do my videos, and absolutely love it. Love the image stability on it, and I love that it can plug in an external mic, and it has the ability to put in a pretty large SD card. I think I've got a 128 gig card in there right now, and that was definitely enough to get me enough footage to go down the Green River for 12 days and capture all of that in 1080p. So I'm quite happy with the camera that I'm using, but if I could get a camera, it would be probably one of those really high-end Sonys. Okay, number one, I have backpacked close to 1,000 miles just on YouTube. If you go and look through my YouTube channel, you'll see that I've posted up quite a bit of backpacking adventures over the last maybe 5 or 6 years, and I was going back and looking through them, and they total up to almost 1,000, and that is just what I've put out there on YouTube. That doesn't include the stuff that I haven't recorded on video. Number two, I've had to use mullein as toilet paper. Yes, the mullein plant. You guys will probably see it in your neck of the woods. It's common. It's very, it's got really big, long leaves that come out and are really fuzzy, and it's got a big, long stalk that shoots up out of the middle. The leaves you can actually use as toilet paper and use it at your own risk, but I've actually had to use it hiking up halfway up a mountain one time, and did not have toilet paper, was not prepared, and so I did hear about this trick and I decided to use it. Worked just fine, But I will admit, yes, I've had to use the mullein plant as toilet paper. Number 3, I was stranded out in the Green River for over 3 days, and we didn't have any food with us. Actually, it was at the end of the trip, and they forgot to pick us up, one of the outfitters, I won't mention the name, and we were stranded there, 4 of us, for 3 days with no food. And so I got this idea to see if I could try and pull some fish, some catfish, out of the water, out of the river. And so I had a safety pin that I bent into sort of a hook shape, and I did have some fishing line with me that I tied onto a stick that was probably about this big. And I was digging around in the garbage that we had and managed to find a little piece of tamale pork that was stuck to a piece of foil that I was going to use as bait. So I put it on that safety pin, casted it out there, and yeah, within 15-20 seconds I got this really large bang on the line and just started pulling the line in as quick as I could and pull it into shore as fast as I could, because I knew it didn't have a barb on the hook and that I had potential to lose it, and managed to catch a couple fish in order to feed us for one more night until we were able to finally be picked up and rescued the next day, which was pretty amazing. Number 4, I hate cold water, and I hate splashing around in those really high elevation lake waters and stream waters. I know my backpacking buddies just absolutely love splashing around in the lakes and streams. They always give me a hard time for not jumping in there and joining them, and it's only because I just don't like cold water, don't have a whole lot of body insulation on me, and so cold water is just not a thing that I like to put myself into. And number 5, I became a YouTube partner when I only had 250 subscribers. Back then, this was before, well, this was right when Google was buying into YouTube and took over for YouTube. And in order to become a YouTube partner, you actually had to apply by email. And if they thought that your channel was good enough, they would grant you the full YouTube partner privileges. And so I gave it a shot back when I only had 250 subscribers, and sure enough, they accepted my request, and I got full partnership way back then. And so ever since then, I have been a YouTube partner and a content creator, and will continue to put it out for you guys. Well, if I woke up with 1 million subscribers, the first thing I would think of is either my account was hacked or something was incredibly wrong. But if it was true, and I did have 1 million subscribers when I woke up, I would just be overwhelmed and completely thankful and grateful. As it stands right now, I think I am sitting around 3,600 subscribers or so. And just with that alone, I find it absolutely incredible. I never thought I would get that many subscribers. So if I ever do get 1 million subscribers, I think it's going to be quite a long time before I reach that. But that's always something to shoot for. Well, I'd have to say that my favorite YouTuber of all time, without a doubt, is John, the Intense Angler from Intense Angler Outdoors on YouTube. He has been my mentor. He has been a brother to me, and I've really looked up to him as far as somebody who really knows the outdoors and what he's talking about as far as demonstration videos and just getting outside and enjoying the great outdoors. A lot of the stuff that he did was out in Idaho, and he did a lot of how-to videos, and I remember John only having about 200 subscribers or less when he subscribed to my channel, and quickly he surpassed me, and then he became one of the biggest known outdoor channels on YouTube during the time. And he's no longer doing YouTube videos, but he did leave his channel up. And so if you guys do get a chance, please go check out Intense Angler Outdoors on YouTube. He has some of the most incredible how-to videos out there and tips and tricks that I think many of you guys had never heard of before. So please, if you get a chance, go check out his channel, Intense Angler Outdoors on YouTube. It gets a 2 thumbs up for me. Well, what I would say to the big YouTubers is congratulations. Whatever you guys are doing, you guys nailed it, and much success and fortune to you guys. And hopefully maybe you can feature some of the smaller channels that aren't quite so popular on your channel and get their names out there. I think for some of those big YouTubers out there, it would really help the smaller YouTubers gain a bigger audience and get the likes and subscribes that they deserve. Okay, there are 2 people that I'd like to tag, even though the instructions really call for 1 person. But the first person that I'm going to tag is my good friend KNYNMAN Roger. And he has the KNYNMAN Raj Productions YouTube channel. So please go check out his channel. He does a lot of videos that are similar to mine. And it just so happens that we are neighbors, and he lives just down the road from where I'm at, and so we get together a lot and collaborate, and we're going to do a lot of great stuff this year together, and I'm hoping to get his channel featured a little bit. And so KNYNMAN Raj, I tagged you for the 10 question YouTube challenge. I would also like to tag Carlitos Picantes from the New Mexico Me channel. He is also a friend of mine who runs a local YouTube channel, and if you get a chance, please check out the New Mexico Me channel on YouTube. He's got a lot of great videos on the local area of where he lives, and I've teamed up with him to do several videos, and he's an overall great guy and puts some good content out there, so please go check him out. So Carlitos Picantes, I also tag you. Well, I greatly appreciate accepting the 10 question YouTube challenge from Huck Outdoors. Again, if you get a chance, please go check out Huck on his YouTube channel. He puts out some amazing content, and he goes hiking every single week and puts out a video once a week. It's well worth going to check out and seeing some of his hikes. They're absolutely fascinating. So thank you, Huck, for tagging me on the 10 question YouTube challenge. This is Matt from the Southwest Backpacker. I greatly appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, remember to get outside. Life is good there. We'll see ya.